Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a rambunctious couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
And it's the finale.
It is the finale for Volume 6. So Volume 6, Episode 13. If you want all of our reactions to this series, we have a playlist in the description of this video. And we have a link to Patreon. We can get early ad-free access. You can get up to a month ahead on our reactions.
Yeah.
As we move on to Volume 7, of course, we're going to check out the soundtrack for Volume 6 like we do after every volume. All right, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Stay close, move fast. The darkness cannot last. No hope, no path. But we gotta dream to dash and we can.
I think there's a lot of things in this season that there's no way they can wrap up. I mean, not that they need to be wrapped up, but like we haven't even like kind of touched upon or gone back to, like, I don't know, Mercury and Emerald and what's happening with Cinder and Neo and
It's true, it's been a few episodes since we got back to Cinder.
yeah.
That wasn't really, it feels like that wasn't fully developed as far as it could have been in a full season.
And of course, you know, Oz, is he gonna make an appearance at all?
That's a good question.
Yeah. When they set up the battle with the Grimm, and
I mean, part of me is like, he's got to make an appearance because it's more dramatic if he does, and it's the finale.
it's probably gonna be like right at the end.
The other part of me is like, it's more suspenseful going into season 7 if he doesn't.
Yeah, true. There she is.
Okay.
It should get us to
Say, she's got a new look.
After that, you might want to try materializing yourself some snow boots.
Well, that's impressive.
Yeah.
You know, Neo, someone once asked me if I believed in destiny. And I'm happy to say
I do.
still do.
Yeah, you definitely get what's coming to you.
All units be advised. Leviathan-class Grimm has submerged but is still on approach. Preparing
Nice
hardline
little
shields.
Godzilla homage.
We're getting slammed by hostiles out here. Where is Cordovin?
This is your fault.
No, it's your fault.
Kill me.
Ruby! Yang! Blake! Are you okay? What happened?
Was that a giant Grimm?
Yeah, we can't take out the only thing that can take it out.
And we just ruined the only thing capable of stopping it.
Yeah, she said it better.
This is your fault.
No, you brought this on yourself.
Ma'am, what's your status? We need an answer. Over.
Your fault.
Yeah, that last one you knew was yours.
Don't be. This isn't on you. But you're safe. That's all that matters.
And Adam's dead.
And we don't miss him.
That's what really matters.
I suppose I have to be the bad guy and say it. Getting the lamp to Atlas is still our top priority. And right now, we have the perfect opportunity to head straight for it. We may not get another chance like this.
No, you can't let those people behind.
We can't leave. Not
Yep.
like this.
It's like you said, a huntress is supposed to protect others to the bitter end.
We need to head for
She's
the
like, good.
Leviathan. John, can you and Ren be ready to mask our ship?
I think we can manage.
Got a few ideas?
I've got one.
Eyes up, everybody. It's back.
Godzilla Graham.
Hit the shallows and resurface. We need those shields up now. Over.
Now, most people would move away.
I know, right?
Here at this point.
Let's all watch this thing come right at us and kill us.
Target stunned. Engaging. Over.
I know they said target stuck, but I thought it said target sucks. That's what it sounded like. Oh yeah, found a weak spot. Just wait until he breathes lightning.
Tore straight through.
All squadrons, fall back to evacuation procedures. Disengage Leviathan. I repeat, disengage. Over.
No, wait!
Ruby!
We can stop it!
Who is this? Identify yourself.
I'm a huntress. My team and I are heading to the Leviathan and can weaken it for you to attack.
We can?
I can.
Ruby, when I said trial by fire,
I did it at Beacon and at the farm.
You really think you can do it now?
I don't have a choice.
Manta 5-1, your ship is currently flagged as hostile. You will receive no support. Over.
Screw you!
Fine. We'll do it alone if we have to.
Yeah, what you see my eyes can do.
Ren, you're up.
Not everyone you want to protect.
We're too late. Pull up. Damn it. That's all I've got.
It's on the move again. We need to stop it. What do we do?
Eyes on us, ugly!
Is it working?
Unfortunately,
Ooh, what is she gonna summon? Okay.
Nice.
you can do this. You have to do this.
Come on, Ruby.
Unleash the fury.
Ruby, hurry! Something.
Don't. Oh yeah, on there. Aww.
Come on, Ruby.
What? Why did it turn away? No, 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 no!
just happened?
I think she just called the djinn.
I'm sorry. I don't have a question for you. I just needed a little more time.
I know. And while you don't seek knowledge, just this once, I shall give it freely. I will not allow you to use me without a question again. Even if this was clever.
There you go. Feels like it's showing us all the happy thoughts. Yeah. Patrona.
Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Holy shit, Ruby.
Oh no, they're not on your team, remember? They're hostile. I know they're just doing their job, but
No, they sucked. In that moment, they sucked.
no.
Maybe get out from under it.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, still alive.
No.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Take it from here.
Okay. Like the music. Oh yeah.
I was sworn to protect the people.
Yeah, that would definitely hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Being drilled into.
Yeah. Glad you stayed. Front row seats.
Thank you. And I'm sorry.
Me too.
I mean,
The Atlas military can handle the stragglers.
What are you saying?
Keep going.
I'm saying I don't think anyone would notice if one more ship went missing in my lengthy report.
Huh. All right. There you go.
well done, Ruby.
Yep. Won her over. Gotta respect.
We should have just enough fuel to make it.
Thanks, Miss Calavera.
Hey, Ruby. You did great out there today, kid.
Hell yeah, she did.
Just don't go giving me heart attacks like that again.
I love you too.
You weren't half bad yourself today, Crow.
I feel like they did all the heavy lifting.
But you were there to help when they asked for it. And you were there to catch them when they fell. Literally, if I recall.
Thanks. You know, it was pretty incredible getting to see the Grim Reaper in action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have seen me when I was your age.
I'm sorry you went through that nightmare, but I'm glad Yang was there for you in time. We were there for each other.
There you go.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Huh? Hey, stop it.
You petrified a Leviathan after diving down the barrel of a cannon.
Don't act like you all haven't done crazy stuff before. I mean, Oscar made a successful crash landing. He's a friend.
That was seriously impressive.
We'd have been stranded without you.
Thanks, but I've been meaning to tell you guys.
Oz came back.
I didn't land the ship on my own.
We're gonna crash! We're gonna crash! Stay calm. It's going to be okay.
Osmond took control?
No, he guided me. And then he was gone again.
Does that mean he's been watching us this whole time?
Creepy.
I don't know, but
Probably.
Yeah.
it at least means he was looking out for us.
There you go.
Hey, if you've never seen Atlas in person before, you don't want to miss this.
Is it weird that I'm sort of nervous?
No. I'll believe we've made it to Atlas when I see it.
Well, believe it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's impressive.
You know, you make the trip up to Atlas over and over, but you never get used to that view. Oh, come on.
Place? What is it?
The Atlas Air Fleet.
Okay.
I knew all of our ships were called back, but
They're set up like they're expecting an attack.
Manta 5-1. Welcome home.
What?
Wait, you can't end it like that.
So they gave us a little bit of a tease there with Neo and Cinder. Yeah, but like still, I mean, with Salem and like I guess they got Oz as well. Like Oz poked his head in there, and poked his head in Oscar's head, and helped out. But really, I mean, these last few episodes were all just about Ruby being a badass.
Boy, is she a badass. I'm kind of torn. Like I'm not disappointed in the episode. I'm just disappointed we didn't get more.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of ways, this felt more like the penultimate episode than the ultimate episode.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great when you're setting up season 7 in a lot of ways. And thankfully, this is volume 7's already out because there's no way I would have been able to wait a year for what's coming next.
She would demand it.
Yes. I would be like, Rooster Teeth, please listen to me. But it's one of those things where I liked every moment that was in this episode. Every moment was a good and well-crafted episode to drive the narrative forward. I just wanted more narrative.
Yeah.
Ruby has been consistently impressive to me as a character. And I mean that not just in her powers, but truly in her character as a person, her personality, her leadership skills. And really what I think makes her so great is that those things were created first before her power. So like, as she's come into her power, she already had these great leadership skills, this great personality, this great attitude in life. Now you throw crazy powers on top of it, and it's just like, boom.
Yeah. Highlight of the season was definitely Adam dying. That'll never get old. And I think for my favorite characters from this season in particular, Ruby for sure, Grim Reaper. She was really great. I mean, I loved when Neo came back, and I loved the one episode that she was really in. Like, I mean, she was in 2, but the one episode where we really got to see her was fantastic. But I can't get her in the top 5 just for like that little bit. Yeah, really, this one would just be kind of the main team and Grim Reaper. Maybe I'd put Oscar in there over one of the main 4 from Team RWBY.
I mean, definitely Ruby.
Yeah, for sure.
No question. I have a bit of a soft spot for Crow.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Even though in this season there's not really, like, as I'm thinking about it, there's not in particular like one part where I go, ooh, he really like had this shining moment or sort of like went above and beyond in his character arc to like reel us in a bit more like some of the other characters did. I just like his character. He's very... He
draws you in for sure.
He does. He's so complicated and like...
Yeah.
In so many ways, he's kind of Ruby's polar opposite. Ruby is always glass half full. Crow is glass is very much half empty.
Yeah.
And if it's half empty, he's got 2 more seconds before he finishes it off. Like that's, but there's just something about him that is captivating. Getting back to them.
Okay.
Mercury, I wanted to...
Something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
Ooh.
Just giving wings to her Gorilla Grim. Flying monkeys.
Pretties.
Yeah.
She's got like flying gorillas.
Mm-hmm. Got a lot of them.
There's an old saying. Something done right.
Higher flying monkeys, gorillas.
Do it yourself.
Cool visual.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad they gave some Salem at the end there at least.
I very much appreciate how horrified Mercury looked there.
Yeah,
because he's like Emerald. We've seen kind of question, what am I really doing here? What are we really up to? Am I on board with this? But Mercury has always either been fully on board or like conversely, he hasn't given a shit enough to not be on board. So that look of horror was pretty striking as a potential change in his character.
Yeah. So you were talking about, so before that, you were talking about Crow and...
Yes. So I have a soft spot for Crow. I think he's going to have to, like, I think he's going to have to work to not be in my top characters just because of that factor. So by default, I'm always in my brain kind of tempted to put him in the top characters. Grim Reaper, 100%. For her humor, for her audaciousness, for her badassery. Absolutely, yes, could not get enough Grim Reaper. And then I think that would round it out. I mean, I'm trying to think of like some of the other characters that part of me, like, I want to put Emerald in there, but she hasn't earned it. Yeah. Like, I'm like, her conflicted feelings are such that I'm really hoping for a great moment from her that is going to to make me want to have her in my top characters. But right now, she's so easily led, even against her better judgment, that I'm like, well, you're kind of pathetic right now, and so I can't. I feel like one's coming, but you're not there yet.
You could put Adam in your top 5 because he's dead, because he died this season. Adam's death is a top 5 character of this season.
That was such a wonderful scene to have Yang and Blake take him down together like that. And we had talked about like, oh, who's going to get the killing blow? And for them to both have had that was just perfect.
Well, I get, and it's odd because to me, like the other seasons that we've had, like it's been like so, I don't know, really clear. Like, I mean, but it's like I had an easier time saying who my top 5 was. Like maybe like the only tough thing was saying like leaving somebody out and like wanting to put them in the top 5. But this one, like outside of like Ruby and Grim Reaper and like you said, Crow as well. It's not that the other characters weren't good. It's just that I don't know if you just got like enough of them or they each had like shining moments like here and there, but not necessarily throughout the whole thing. For me, what really stuck out was like just particular episodes or arcs, like
yes,
the episode with all the lore. And Oz's and Salem's backstory was just beautiful. That was one of my favorite episodes of the series.
And to me, another moment that really sticks out is Jean seeing the statue of Pyrrha and connecting with who we assume was Pyrrha's mom. That was just so deeply moving. And I love what it did for Jean's character. The loving kick in the butt that he needed to kind of right his head after everything that had happened. That was just, I mean, as you're talking about it, it's true. In prior seasons, there have been very easy to pinpoint and stand out characters, but in this one, it was so much more ensemble driven as like the whole team, that it's more about the individual moments and the individual people.
I think it's because like the whole team was like really together and going through the journey together, as opposed to like each one having kind of like to get to their like fight through something and get to their moments. Because like before they had like they were separated out, and like, but even when they were together like at Beacon, like I don't know, it was easier to pick out certain characters. Another favorite arc in this one was the town and like the little horror vibe.
That was what I was going to say next. I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, so take it away.
Oh no, I was just going to say I love the creativity of that.
Yeah.
And that's not to undermine the rest of the creativity in the show, right? Like this is a very creative show. But some of the narratives are somewhat formulaic in that we have seen them before in other kinds of stories. Some say that there's been no original material since Shakespeare, so like we're gonna see the same arcs in other things. It's just a new way of telling it. So that's not a knock on this in any way. But the town, while we've seen that conceptually in other shows and movies and whatnot, they haven't necessarily been in this kind of show.
Yeah.
So that's where I felt like it was really creative, because they were bringing something in from outside the box of what this type of show, this genre, this formula of narrative really tends to fall into. And it was fascinating to see the impact of that town on our characters, that this band that really has been, not that everybody's as happy-go-lucky as Ruby, but they've generally been like, okay, what's next? We're not going to get terribly down in the dumps or like have a self-pity party. It's going to be, okay, this is a problem. How do we solve it? Yeah. And for the first time ever, they were not that team. And it was, everything is bad. Everything is shit. Why are we bothering? And that was just so counter to everything that we know about them so far. Maybe with the exception of Crow, because Crow can throw himself some pity parties at night in the bar. But even he went to an all new low.
Yeah, I mean, that arc in particular, just the concept of the apathetic Grimm, and just like the way they portrayed and depicted apathy was particularly just, I thought they did a brilliant job with that, and they did it like so well. And it's like exactly how apathy is, you know, it's like not depression. It is just the like loss of wanting to do anything. And usually like it's a symptom of depression, but yeah, I just loved how they did that, and like it was so different from everything else in this season and this show that it really stood out. And they handled it really well. Sometimes when you make a detour like that, you're like, what the hell are they doing that? Like they're trying something new. Like I guess props for trying something new, but you didn't pull it off. But they pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say that potentially outside of Pyrrha's death, those scenes were the most emotionally, like physically impactful on me as an audience member, because I'm used to what to expect with Ruby. There's a the bad guys are going to get some licks in, but at the end of the day, our team's going to pull together. We're going to fight. It's going to make me feel good. Like this is good over evil and badassery, and like that was the first time that I was watching where I was like, I feel really uncomfortable. I'm unsettled. Like the way that they handled the music, the sounds of the town, the eeriness, they really took their time with it.
They did.
Like all of that really was such a shift change in the show that me as an audience member was feeling it, like mentally, emotionally, physically, like getting the goosebumps on there. I was like, this is really, this is unsettling. I'm feeling like the hair on the back of my neck stand up, like something's not right. So to be able to successfully have that kind of an impact on me as an audience was just very memorable and very successfully done. And the only reason I say like outside of Pyrrha's death is just because like, ugly crying. So it's pretty emotionally, mentally, and physically impactful.
I think some of the favorite moments, like just from this season, one, when I'm not going to say it like exactly. I'm just going to, when they did the flashback to the story, and it's like, and her name was Salem, like, and they ended the episode like that. And it was like, what? This princess, what is going on here? That was such a great tease up for the next episode, which was, they just fully delivered on it. Ruby, her eyes, and taking care of all the Grimm down there in the basement.
Amazing.
Yeah. That one was really cool. Adam getting hit with the bike. Adam getting stabbed by both Blake and Yang.
Every punch landed on Adam's ugly face.
Yeah, Adam falling down in the waterfall and like hitting stuff and like,
hitting rocks on the way down. That was
hitting
good.
rocks on the way down. Those are definitely one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, they're pretty good moments.
Any predictions for season 7 or volume 7 or anything you want to see in volume 7?
Oh boy.
I want to get more villains.
Yeah.
I want to get more on the villain side. And like
too.
that was a good tease at the end there with Salem, but I just need more from them. And I need wherever they're going with this Cinder Neo thing, they need to get there and get there quicker. And I need a little bit more of that.
I would agree. I was thrilled that we had a season where we really got to explore what our heroes were up to, because obviously they're the ones that we really care about and are personally invested in. But we do also care about the heroes. Even if it's only just to see them lose, we care about seeing them lose.
You said villains.
I meant villains.
You meant villains.
I said heroes.
Yeah.
I meant villains.
Yeah.
You all know that. But like, even if it's only caring about seeing our villains lose, we do care about that. And right now I don't have a sense of where the villains are going and what's going to bring them down. Maybe if I knew the world a little bit better, I might be picking up on some subtle things that I'm just not as a more passive audience member, but I haven't picked up on what specifically we are moving towards in the narratives that's going to bring Salem down. I could see there eventually becoming some sort of standoff between Cinder and Salem before we get to the Cinder RWBY standoff. Because obviously there's dissension in the ranks on Salem's side, and Emerald is not going to stay loyal. I don't think if Cinder returns and makes a stand, I think she'd switch sides. Mercury is looking perhaps not on board for the first time.
Yeah.
And then that other dude, the Gauntlet guy, or no, not the Gauntlet guy, the Bane guy, the injection guy.
Hazel.
His whole thing about if you want something done, do it yourself. I mean, obviously that seemed to be it seemed to be set up in that episode as his approval of what Salem was doing, and she's getting it done and whatnot. But I really hope that that's a fake out. Although he does seem kind of apathetic enough where I'm like, he could just be going along with it because, I wouldn't be surprised on that.
I don't think he was saying it so much as like an approval, just as much as like stating a fact, like just being like, it was sort of it wasn't said so much for like the Mercury and Emerald. Like he was talking to us, the audience, being like, get ready for Salem to get off the bench and she's going to fucking start doing stuff next season. And she is going to she's not just going to sit here and send her underlings anymore. She's going to get up there and she's going to start fighting herself. That's how I took it, is that like them like teasing that up and be like, okay, Salem's you want Salem in action? We're going to put her in action.
Okay. I like that. I think I in the moment was so focused on Emerald and Mercury.
Yeah.
That I was trying to see, okay, if Mercury is looking terrified of what's going on for the first time, we already know Emerald is shaking. Where does this guy lie? And so I was kind of analyzing what does what he's saying mean in terms of where his loyalties may lie.
Yeah.
So for me, it seemed like if anything, it was more on the Salem side than on a anti-Salem side or even a in the middle side. I think he enjoys the power that he gets from being on Salem's team. And I think he's too apathetic about the rest of the world or morality or anyone. He doesn't seem to have any roots or connections to people enough that would bring him back onto like.
Well, he lost his sister and blames Oz for that. So that's kind of like, I think, yeah, he has lost anybody. He doesn't really care about anything else. And it's just like, you know, he just wants his revenge.
Yeah, but like how many people are out there losing their sisters to Salem's Grim? So if that's where we're coming from,
good call.
Great, you selfish dick. That's what I say. Great job.
All right. Yeah, let's get putting some perspective on it. Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access to our RWBY reactions, check out the description of this video for a link to Patreon. You can get a month ahead by joining that.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for RWBY Volume 6, Episode 13, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.